Sewage leaks continue unabated in the eThekwini Municipality. Karinda Jagmohan has been following the story for months and is now in the suburb of Westville, where residents have been living in the stench of sewage since pipes collapsed back in 2019. The municipality has failed to resolve the problem. Karinda, certainly not a palatable situation there where you are. What are residents telling you?
Good morning, Dudu. What you're looking at right now, you can imagine the smell that we're experiencing here, the stench of sewage. And this stench is now becoming familiar across parts of the eThekwini Municipality where there's similar events taking place. The city essentially sinking in sewage because of broken pipes leading to sewage leaking into rivers like this one. This area used to be a beautiful park. Parents could come with their children, have a family picnic, even fish in this creek here. Now that situation has changed completely. I'm standing with one of the residents, Warren Manning. Sir, as our viewers look at this sewage flowing into this river, tell us about the stench you experience on a daily basis in this community.
No, it's terrible. As you can imagine, a picture says 1,000 words, It's unbearable. And Durban is mostly a warm environment, humid. So we have a terrible situation here where we are hammered on a daily basis by unbelievable stench, the stink that emanates from the stream. And it's unbearable for people. People are battling here.
When did this situation start? Because I know the road behind you was damaged during the floods, but the sewage leakages, when did that begin?
Well, that predates the floods. We have residents that are on record of reporting issues to the municipality way back in 2019 already, and those issues haven't been resolved. So there's been a neglect of issues that have been raised, which probably was small, but now because of the issue of the flood, the damage that has caused, now we have a huge problem now. Now this is going to be a serious issue for the municipality to rectify.
Certainly. What has been the response when residents raise this with your councillor, with the municipality?
Well, what you see is what you get. I think the scene answers that question for you. It should have not taken this long. We should not be standing here talking about this issue by now. The issue is that the repair and dealing with the matter is costing thousands and probably millions of times the cost. You coming here, your resources, our resources as the community coming forward to try and resolve the matter. When it's an email or a phone call to lodge the issue, I mean, that's pennies. Now we're talking about everybody's effort to try to get the municipality to focus and resolve the problem. And that doesn't even include the issue of crime. This is a hotspot. This is a channel where criminals are attacking residents. A young lady was stabbed several times in a house just up the road. And again, it's residents that have to respond, and we can't be chasing criminals through this push. So it's a compounded issue. We have street lights that are not working. We have this culvert that's blocked and the road that's undermined. People have to drive here. What you see here, this protection has been put in by the residents. And who's going to be here to make sure nobody drives into this ravine? So we have multiple issues in this particular spot. Crime, environmental management, health, it's all fallen apart.
Clearly those municipal issues that we've been reporting across Durban, I mean, as I stand here, it's almost unbearable to even speak because of the stench. Tell us about the health concerns the residents have experienced.
Well, one of our residents, she's not here today, she's been in and out of hospital. And so she has her own health issues, and she's been exposed to this this disaster on a daily basis, her and her family. And I mean, whether we can talk about whether someone's been exposed and whether something's happened, but just the stress of knowing that you're living in an environment which is unhealthy is not acceptable. And it's taken its toll on the residents.
And just lastly, a conversation we had just now about the similar situation across Durban. We've been reporting on it for months. As a resident, what have you heard about this sewage situation in the city?
Well, it's not an unusual situation. It appears that it is the new normal. And we all stand together across the communities of Durban to say to the municipality, please work with us to resolve these issues as of yesterday. We can't continue like this.
Certainly. Warren, thank you so much for your time. I think maybe perhaps come this way, please. I just want to show, due to the residents who put up this barricade here, this road caved in during the April floods last year. We have reported on similar situations where there were broken roads and there was no barricades, but some barricades were put up by the residents of their respective communities. So that's, of course, an infrastructure issue, but as is sewage, it's an infrastructure issue where clearly the infrastructure and sewage network has not been maintained over time. The broken pipes have not been fixed. As a result, you have a scene like this one where you see the sewage, and it's a graphic situation, but even as I stand and my colleague Lungelo comes off camera, just to show you what residents have been experiencing here. This stench, it's unbearable. As I speak to you, you can just smell the sewage, almost taste the odor. It's disgusting. But residents have been living in this for years now, since 2019, and they say that their calls for assistance have fallen on deaf ears. We know from the last council and budget meeting of the eThekwini Municipality that money has been set aside to fix the water and sanitation issues plaguing the municipality, but this has been going on for years. We also know that Section 154 is about to be implemented in eThekwini Municipality, which means there will be intervention by a national and provincial government in the city, but that has been postponed because at the last meeting when that was about to happen, the majority parties in the municipality, so that was the ANC, EFF and some minority parties too, requested that that presentation by COCTA go to an executive committee behind closed doors before it can be presented to council and thus the public. So right now at a municipal level, what residents say is not enough is being done to fix the situation on the ground as you see it, and as we show you these simple infrastructure issues, residents driving along this road, a hazard as well for their own safety, these barricades put up by the community as well, and for many Westville residents, they say, well, this is not enough. We've reported on this at Lamontville as well, south of the city, and we'll go through areas of Westville today to keep you updated on what's happening here, speak to more residents, hear about their concerns, and also give you a response on what the city has to say about this crisis in Durban.
Karinda, Jagmohan, thank you for that report.